Ahead with Horses, where AHEAD stands for Accelerated Habilitation, Education, and Development, was started in 1968 by Liz Helms. It has a long history of providing unique, highly motivating, and effective therapy through horses, along with education and recreation for disabled and special needs children. Through gymnastics on a moving horse called vaulting, even severely disabled children learn to lead more independent and productive lives.
The kids come here for that special therapy. They bond with these horses. They love it. They get excited. They learn things that they haven't done before. And there is something special about the horse and the kids. It shows. You see it in their faces. You see them willing to do things that maybe in physical therapy that they all usually have, it's different.
I was looking for something for my daughter because she has low muscle tone, and I wanted her to get into something that would be enjoyable, but would also help her, develop some strength.
It strengthens his muscles and it's very good for his back. He has physical problems, he cannot walk.
And the horses actually respond so beautifully to the kids. They're so gentle with them.
And they trust the horse. They relinquish control to the horse. They surrender to the horse. And it's just one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen.
Physically, this very specialized horse therapy takes children with disabilities through a complex series of movements, while the horse rhythmically moves the body in a manner similar to the human gait. This improves posture, balance, and muscle control.
The gait of the horse naturally mimics the human pelvis, so it gave Avery the opportunity to feel what it felt like to walk like a human before she could even walk, and it gave her that input, so that helped her to walk. She walked very shortly after starting riding with Ahead with Horses, and her speech increased because it's also a sensory experience. So she's on the horse, she's out in nature, she's feeling calm, she knows where her body is in space, and that is, I'd say, one of the biggest benefits to riding for her.
Mentally, it increases concentration, improves sequential thought to help children learn to speak and also to develop spatial awareness.
If your brain is being stimulated, you're more likely to retain knowledge. And one of the areas it stimulates is the area for vocalization. So a lot of the kids start making more noise and start talking more because they've been sitting on a horse.
Emotionally, children learn to bond with the horse, the instructors, and the volunteers, building confidence and trust. Most importantly, the sheer sense of joy raises their spirits and brings smiles to their faces. It nurtures a positive self-image, and for the first time in their lives, children with severe disabilities often experience a sense of independence.
She had scoliosis, so she had a curve in her spine. We had her in a back brace for a year. It was a 32-degree curve, and this is core strengthening, so she's having to use her muscles and work them and strengthen them. And with developmental horse therapy at Ahead with Horses and her back brace correcting it, she's now out of brace and her spine is straight, which is beyond what our expectations were for that treatment.
My heart actually goes out to all the parents, who have children with disabilities, because it's a lifetime of care.
24/7.
Yeah, and I just, I try to talk to them as much as possible and give them support.
But I think the animals, I think they somehow understand, and it's really not explainable. It's not really something you can explain, but it works. It works.
Each week, these children make progress, sometimes big and sometimes ever so small. whether it is a child taking his first steps, another sitting still for a moment longer, or suddenly a smile from a non-responsive child. These are the gifts of a lifetime.
And it gives the kids incredible confidence. And you just see the happiness just emanating from their little faces. And I've seen children who couldn't even lift their arms one year, and then the next year all of a sudden they could lift them. And it's always a tearjerker, but they're tears of happiness.
And so, Ahead with Horses continues to be a beacon of light to parents who live in the shadow of never-ending care and responsibility. Ahead with Horses brings not only hope, but measurable results in the lives of disabled and special needs children. Their philosophy is grounded in what horse people know the world over. Step inside of a horse's space, and you've become a part of limitless possibilities. His warmth, his energy, his faithfulness become yours. And so it is with these children who have crawled inside themselves and deserve to find a way out. There are no boundaries here. Everyone is lovingly encouraged, even challenged, to try their best. And that let's do it attitude can produce a result that no one could have imagined.
You know, you see the parents and how proud they are of their kids, of, you know, the least little achievement, and it's huge. It's huge. You know, a kid being able to strengthen to lift his head up is huge. I had to vow to myself, do not cry, do not cry, do not cry.
The meaning of life is giving and receiving love, and this is, to me, the most perfect visualization of that.
Ahead with Horses, seeing miracles unfold before your very eyes.